Hello, it's Bryan here from thegreatgoodino.com, taking another look at one of my quote images and the point I make in it. And for this time around, to get the full point, you might have to listen carefully. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. That is taken from one of my favourite pieces of writing called Desiderata by Max Ehrmann, written in 1929. I really enjoy it because it has line after line after line of powerful messages, and it's been used by many people in many quote images, and of course I'm no exception myself. As for the image, well, that's a photo I took on a lovely woodland stroll. I was enjoying looking at the bluebells, and it was towards the end of the bluebell season, so the bluebells had a sort of nice scattered look rather than the blanket that you can see when in the height of the bluebell season. But what struck me was those two pink flowers in the image. I wasn't quite sure what they were, but I liked the way that they stood out amongst the bluebells. I think that they're wild orchids. If we look at the words, and I'm going to come back to those pink flowers a little bit later, but if we start with the words, the first line, speak your truth quietly and clearly. Ooh, now that is a set of 6 powerful words. Because if you're going to speak your truth, and let's be honest, the world would be a better place if more people did speak their truths. If you're going to speak your truth, that requires you to be honest with others and honest with yourself about what you believe, about what you think, about what your opinions actually are. Your opinions. Not the opinions of someone else that you think would be nice opinions to have, not the opinions that someone else thinks or tells you that you should have, but your opinions, your truth. Now, when it comes to speaking them quietly, you don't have to rant about your truth. You don't have to shout, intimidate or dominate others with your truth. And in fact, more often than not, actually, opinions given gently and quietly can have more impact than the ones that are yelled. So no ranting about your truth, but speak your truth clearly. And if you're going to speak your truth clearly, you need to be clear about what it is. And that means not just guessing, not just picking something out of the air, but actually giving it thought and consideration to get to a proper solid foundation of what you actually truly believe. And once you've done that, then you can give it clearly, because it's going to be a solid foundation that's going to be there all the time, because it's your truth. You won't have to worry about what you said last time, because it's going to be the same as you say this time, and it's going to be the same as you say next time, because it's your truth. And with that being the case, as time goes on, you're going to get better and better at communicating it clearly to others. Now, I did talk about those 2 pink flowers. And I think they work well in that image in the context of the words, that they can be looked at as the dull and the ignorant, because they're out of place. They don't fit in with the rest of the bluebells. Now, dull and ignorant, they're subjective terms, aren't they? And they're not actually particularly politically correct either, are they? Quite rude. But it could be that someone who is considered dull and or ignorant, they're just quiet. Maybe they just enjoy their own company. Maybe they're just a bit shy. That doesn't mean that they haven't got their story, because they have. Everyone's got a story, and the dull and the ignorant, the quiet, the shy, the sensitive types, of course they've got their story, and their story, they might want to put their story out there and communicate it just as much as I want to tell my story, and you might want to tell your story, and their story is just as valid as anyone else's. And in fact, sometimes if we make the effort to listen to the quieter people, they can have the richest stories of all. Partly because they don't shout them from the rooftops, and they have to be digged at to maybe discover the stories. So, speak your truth quietly and clearly. And listen to the other people, including the dull and the ignorant, because they also have their story. So, be sure of your truth. Make sure that you've done the investigation, and if you have done that properly, by default you will have had to have been open to other people's opinions when you formed your truths, because the only way you can have a foundation of truth and belief is by comparing it to other people's beliefs. So you have to be open-minded to other people's opinions, and that means that you still are, and you still should be. You should be open to the possibility that your belief might be changed by others. But as you go along, whatever your truth is, be solid in it, be prepared to hold fast and stand fast and back it up, because there will be others who will go out of their way and be quite happy to stamp down on any truths that are different to theirs. So that will happen. Be prepared to stand behind your truth. If other people have different opinions, different stories, listen to them. Even if you maybe don't want to, even if you don't view them as the kind of person that you would normally connect with, you might be surprised if you listen to the other people that you might consider dull and ignorant. Even if you don't use those words, you might just consider them quiet or a bit shy or a bit overly sensitive. Listen to their story. So, hope you enjoy that message. If you did enjoy the message, let me know as ever. Leave a comment below wherever you happen to be seeing this video. I love the feedback. Pop over and see me at the blog, thegreatgordino.com, where you can also grab my free 8-step goal achievement formula. Now that will definitely help anyone who wants to investigate what their truth actually is and wants to do something about following that truth and moving forward and making changes in their lives. It'll definitely help. So go over and grab that free 8-step goal achievement formula at my site, thegreatgordino.com. Pop over and see me at Facebook. Facebook.com/thegreatgordino is my personal profile. And there's my pages there, Facebook.com/yourlifetransforming and Facebook.com/thegreatgordino newsletter. So, it's Gordon Bryan signing off for now. I've looked into my truths. I'm prepared to back them up with my opinions, but I'm also more than happy to listen to the others. The quiet ones, the sensitive ones, the shy ones, who might not be able to express their stories particularly well. I'm going to make the effort to make sure that I listen. Try and make sure that you do too, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.